Right, so this is a video looking at comparing different types of fitted nappies. I've got the Fudgy pants fitted, Ella's House bum hugger in a large, and then the Bells Bumz fitted nappy. I have also used a bamboozle size 2, which is a Velcro nappy. I moved away from that because I worry about Velcro snagging my nappies in the wash, so I moved to poppers. And also it has microfiber in it, and I was finding it quite bulky for the level of absorbency. So I sold all my bamboozles and swapped over to Ella's House. Then I've been trying different types of night nappies. So I just thought, to save you going through the same experience as me, I would take you through the different types of nappy and what I like about them all. Okay, so this is the Fudgy pants fitted nappy. It's got 4 rise settings, it's got a double row of waist poppers, and it has got hip stability poppers here, which I'll talk about in a minute. When you open it out, you've got inside a layer of bamboo. It's quite a soft, fleecy bamboo, but it's not stay dry. So with fitted nappies, the whole nappy gets wet, and because this doesn't have a stay dry layer in it, the wetness will be against baby. So I suggest you use a fleece liner or something stay dry inside it to try and keep some of that moisture away from baby. The outside of the nappy, this is 1 layer hemp. So you have 1 layer hemp, 1 layer bamboo throughout the whole nappy. It also has an additional 2 layers of hemp sewn into the wet zone. So that gives you 3 layers of hemp, 1 layer of bamboo, so 4 layers in the wet zone. So this bit here, okay, so there's 4 layers in that bit, 1 being the inside layer, 1 being the outside layer, and then the 2 additional layers inside. They've also added an extra layer of hemp to the front of the nappy. It's kind of like a pocket flap size. The idea there is to help tummy sleepers. I do worry about this hemp being against baby's skin because it's going to get quite wet, whereas this is a little bit fleecy, so I can imagine it's a bit more comfortable for baby. This is hemp. It's not hemp fleece on this side, it's just hemp, so it is going to get wet and soggy, and I don't know how you protect baby from that. Maybe I could sew some fleece over this. I've not quite decided what I'm going to do with it. It is a good nappy. It's got a pocket at the front which you can use for boosting. You will need to boost this if you want it to do 12 hours. I tend to use easy peasy hemp boosters, and there's 6 layers. I'll get one. This is the boosters that I tend to use, so I want to show you how slim these are. These are really good boosters. They're nice and slim. There's 6 layers of hemp in there, and they're handmade, which is really nice. They're a nice length, and what I tend to do when I'm using a night nappy is I put one inside the pocket or inside the nappy as a booster, and then I put another one on the outside between the nappy and the wrap, like that. And that kind of, it does make a chunky nappy, but it makes it last for you 12 hours. Okay, so that is the Fudgy pants fitted. It isn't my favourite for absorbency as it comes. So as you buy it, all these nappies are RRP at the same price point. So that's important to remember. Okay, so next, if I move on to my Ella's House, everyone loves these. They are very absorbent. You've got 2 layers of hemp throughout the entire nappy. It is very slim in the gusset, which is really nice. It doesn't look too chunky on baby, looks quite comfortable in that way, because it is nice and narrow, whereas something like a Fudgy pants is wider. I do use wider gusset nappies in the day, so I'm not particularly bothered about whether I have a slim gusset for night time, but it is quite nice that it's a narrow gusset. I can imagine it being comfy for baby. As you can see, this Ella's House does go quite bobbly and hard. I have got hard water here, so I have a problem with that, and it makes it really difficult to stretch and get the fit right. I do struggle to fit these. The poppers can be confusing. It doesn't have hip stability poppers. Well, it's just better, I think, that it doesn't have hip stability poppers. which I didn't talk about with the Fudgy. Oh, so these are the hip stability poppers. Can you see there's two? I just don't know if two's a bit too much, because when this is on the largest waist setting, I've only recently started thinking about this. Those poppers are going to be touching baby, and there's going to be two of them. Anyway, there's no hip stability poppers with your Ella's House, which is really, really good. There is crossover poppers, and they're a bit different because this is the crossover popper, and it's in line with the other two, which means that, you know, even if you're not using it, you've moved to the widest waist, that's not going to be touching baby. So I really like how they've placed that. It does make it a bit confusing at first, but it's easy to figure out. Inside you have this 3 layers hemp tongue, so that takes the wet zone on this nappy up to 5 layers of hemp, and the tongue is so much bigger than the Fudgy pants space. Can you see? It's like double the size, so on smaller eyes you can fold it where you want the most absorbency, for boys, for girls, or just lay it flat. There is a pocket, but if I'm honest, it's really difficult to stuff. Like, I struggle to get my hand in there, so I tend to just lay that on top, and then I have to put a fleece liner over the top, because whilst this has got this lovely stay dry fleece on the inside, because I can't stuff this in the pocket, it means that I have to use a fleece liner to keep baby's bums dry. But at least, you know, I can cover most of that, unlike the Fudgy. It's a good nappy. It's just that for the price point, the winner for me is the Bells Bumz, because that has a lot more layers than the Ella's House, so kind of going up in layers of absorbency as we go. This one, though, is a very popular nappy. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, I just can't get a good fit, and I think that's my hard water letting me down. Even though I do tumble dry them to try and make them softer, I just can't get the legs to fit on my little girl. So I'm going to be swapping over to these. These are the Bells Bumz fitted nappy. This one has 3 rise settings, and the facelift version will have 4, and it will have a double row of waist poppers, where this only has a single. It does have the crossover poppers, but it doesn't have hip stability poppers, so nothing touching baby on the largest waist setting. Inside is a coffee fibre fleece lining, which is lovely and soft. It's stay dry. It's really good. Now, please excuse me, because I've not got my hemp insert. It must be in the wash. I think I've mixed my inserts up. So we're going to pretend this one's a hemp insert and this one is the bamboo. Okay. So you get 2 inserts with it. You get your hemp insert, which is much larger than this. It's a big square of hemp, and it goes from the back of the nappy all the way to the front. It's 3 layers of hemp, and it's not coffee fleece line. That's because this one's the wrong one. And it goes all the way along, and it's lovely and wide. It's not shaped like this one, so it's just a really good 3-layer hemp insert. And then on top of that, you get a 3-layer bamboo insert with the coffee fleece lining to keep baby dry. And both are rainbow stitched, which is signature for Bells Bumz, and they clip in front and back. So you also get 2 layers of hemp in the fitted itself. So if I take you through that, you've got 2 layers of hemp plus 2 layers of hemp, no, 3 layers of hemp plus 3 bamboo. So that's 5 layers of hemp, 3 layers of bamboo. That's 8 layers of absorbency in that nappy. This nappy, you've got your 2 layers of hemp, your 3 layers of hemp, which is your 5 layers of hemp, which is the same as with the Bells Bumz, but 5 layers of hemp in total, whereas that has the extra 3 bamboo. And then this one, you've got your 1 layer of hemp, 1 layer of bamboo, 2 extra layers of hemp in there, but they're smaller, and then this flap. So in real terms, I think you're looking at 1 layer of hemp in the gusset, if you then counted it being a massive insert, 1 layer of hemp, 1 bamboo, 3 layers maybe, 4 if you're being a bit generous. So this probably, when you add it all together, all the absorbency in here, is probably equivalent to about a 4 layer of absorbency nappy. Mostly hemp, but one of those bamboos. So 3 layers hemp, 1 bamboo. So 4, 5, 8. 4, 5, 8. Yeah, I've got that right. So for the price point, I do have to add 2 boosters of these easy peasy hemp boosters to the Fudgy. I have to add 1 of those easy peasy hemp boosters to the Ella's house, and I don't have to add any additional boosters to the Bells Bumz. I am going to do a review of the LPO night insert. It does seem very absorbent, but I'm going to do that separately because it'll never truly replace a fitted nappy. I think these are all very nice nappies, all very different, but if you're looking for that nighttime 12 to 13 hour solution and you don't want to boost, the winner by far is the Bells Bumz fitted nappy.